Okay, so hello guys, it's me Gaming Star here. And welcome to a brand new Let's Play. Or Let's Plays, this is gonna be weird. The Ace Attorney Trilogy, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We're gonna start with the first game, of course, so yeah, this is gonna be weird. This was gonna be kind of a weird one. So, of course, in the 3 games, I kinda have to like split it into 3 different Let's Plays, mini Let's Plays at least. Like, you know, the first game, second, and third. It's gonna be kind of weird. It's gonna be a weird one to say the least. So I don't know how to describe it. But let's start with the first game, shall we? Episode 1, the first Turnabout. Let's go. Damn it! Why me? Can't get caught. Not like this. And for those who are wondering, I'm playing the Switch version, so that's what I'm playing. I've got to find someone to pin this on, because, well, bottom of Switch, so why not? Someone like him. I'll make it like he did it. I already know who this guy is, so culprit's kind of not obvious. It's the first case. So the first case are, of course, like tutorials. August 3, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean like you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's the reason I became an attorney in the first place. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything is all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Because of my voice acting, this is the Let's Play for you. 3, technically. 3 Let's Plays in 1. What an oddity. I'm gonna get more into what I'm gonna do with it later. Nick! Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell me I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Ah, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. Do you guys like my voice of the Let's Play for you? If you guys know, well, I don't know what to tell you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy that arrested was unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. Can't take this seriously. It kind of reminds me of, okay. You guys probably know the story of, like, you know, how I had that one gym teacher that was named Nipple. Oh yeah, I already told about that before, but I'm not gonna talk about it now. But it's just so fun. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying: when something smells, it's usually the butts. In 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He's just terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him one which. That's why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3, 10 a.m. District Court, number 2. Let's go. So of course, the first case. Let's complete the tutorial. Let's have always this thing. Of course, now a session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The oh, baby, I love you, Pain. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense attorney is ready, Your Honor. So I'm gonna do a lot of reading here, and I mean a fuck ton, because that's kind of the point. It's a visual novel, so I have to do a fuck ton of reading with this. Oh boy, and different voices. My kind of game. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to search your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Handshake. Eyesight. The test will consist of a few simple questions, Mario. No. Answer them clearly and concisely. Oh my god, there he goes. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Phoenix. There they go. They started, the boys. They started it off. Alright, Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell them what's the victim's name. Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report covering so many times. It's... oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court records. Just press the R button. Yeah, shut up. Remember to check it often. Yeah, Mr. Wright, who was the victims in the court case. Check it. Okay. Cindy. Cindy. Oh my god, boys. Okay. Cinderblock. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Cinderblock. Whose name is Cinderblock? Correct. Now tell them what's the cause of death. She died because she was poisoned, hit with a blunt object, or strangled. Hit with a blunt object because we saw that, looks like she was hit by some sort of thinking statue, so hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. See no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim just struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepted it into evidence. The statue shaped the fingers rather heavy. Alright. Right? Be sure to pay attention to evidence at the end of your trial. So basically, I have to pay attention. Oh, yeah. Shut up, Mia. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call the first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to your prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything. Unfortunate. Oh, I guess excited easily. This could be bad. My dogs are on top of me, and they just, like, won't get out. Mr. Butts, it is not true that the victim had recently dumped you. Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. Didn't Mark Antony and Cleopatra both die? Like, isn't that... That's not a good example because they both died. Didn't they all die? That's what I said! I wasn't dumb. She wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. Was it on you anyway? Mr. Butts, will you describe genuinely what we mean by dumped? In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. Cheater. She returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe in a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. The victim apparently arrived from home in Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed, she appears to have returned to the day before the murder. Dude. No way. The victim was a model, but didn't have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar I'm sorry. Sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. Basically, sugar daddies. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Wait and see what happens. Stop him from answering. Wait and see what happens. Might be better not to vote this one. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, no way! That cheated? She-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I met her in the afterlife, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clearly everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking so good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment the day of the murder. Did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Mario's hairs are flying. Uh-oh. He won. Have him answer honestly. Stop him from answering. Have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah. I was there. I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. I forgot how that sounded. Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, what simplifies the matter? Who was your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. I actually can't anymore. Mario! Stop. You hear him? Baby boy. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of that murder, my witness was selling newspapers in the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Swit to the stand. Schwat, whatever. Swit. I don't know. Happy mass salesman looking ass much? Alright. Mr. Swit, you sell newspaper subscriptions? Is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Swit, you may proceed with your testimony. Schwat? I forgot how you pronounce it. Fuck, dude. Please tell the court what you saw the day of the murder. Okay, so, witness testimony. Let's hear it. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing from an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought I'd call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Alright. Let's see what we can find. Larry, why did you tell the truth? I thought the video gets testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones did not function normally. The phone that Mr. Schwat used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackouts for your pursuit. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin with your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, right. This is a real deal. What am I supposed to do? Why, expose the lies the testimony witnesses gave. So basically try to find the lies. Your client's innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradiction between the okay, open the court at the R button. Alright. Because in my case, I'm playing Switch version. Okay. If I'm not lying, there you go, I'm playing Switch version. With my other account. Alright, so let's go ahead and check it. Okay, so also you see a health bar. This is your health bar, basically, how many chances you have. Sometimes it's more consequential than others, so you have to keep that in mind. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man in the apartment. Yeah, that's true. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. I'm thinking it's strange. I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought I called the police immediately. Wait a minute. Let's see. So it says that it went out at noon. However, the phone wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Let's press on that. 1 p.m.? Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems... 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. It says that, electricity in Miss Stone's building. The thinker is rather heavy. We're gonna get back to the thinker later. Remember what that is. Let's present this. Fuck. So yeah, you see that, damn it. That was my fault. I didn't know that. Let's see. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. I went to the nearby park. However, the phone there wasn't working. Let's press real quick. The phone in the apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't, right? But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using the call. And the phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I thought I called the police immediately. I called in Wright and able to go inside. But then why did you go inside, though? So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, so let's see. Building was up from noon to 6. So noon is like 12 p.m.? 12 a.m. to like 1 p.m. So around that's noon. Yeah, I mean, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I was called the police immediately. However, the phone in the apartment wasn't working. I went to the nearby park. I remember the time. It was exactly 1 p.m. The man who ran without a doubt was the fence sitting right over there. How was it 1 p.m. though? The phone wasn't working. I thought I called the police immediately. I called the friend inside. You didn't go in the apartment, did you know? I know you didn't. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open. You see, isn't it only human want to peek? They climb the mountains because they're there. It's the same thing. True words had never been spoken in a book inside. Okay. Feels like an apartment would happen then. Also, I would recommend saving, because you can actually save, like in certain points. Probably recommend doing that in a few vacations. That'd be a good idea to do. Especially if, like, you know, you're in a very tough case, which we're gonna get into later on. Oh boy. So wait a minute. Let me check something real quick. The time exactly was 1 p.m. Are you certain on that, though? But wait a minute. Let me check. Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was found out from noon to 6 p.m. on that day. Our phone in the apartment wasn't working. Yeah, I just realized it. Okay, time of death 4 p.m. to 5. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? I just realized it. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Well, 4 to 5. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes at the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find out 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that! Sounds like a toad trying to say objection! Sounds like a toad. It's trivial, the witness really forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Swat, were you certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to this point of contradictions. Lies, and it's more lies. See through their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. Alright. And also remember she came from Paris. Remember there's like an hour, like a few hour gap, depending, like, remember that. Because, like, different countries have different time zones. Remember this. That's gonna be important for later. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. You sure about that? Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotaped program. Nah, that's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Are you sure about that? I see. You heard a voice saying the time on taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Alright, let's check it. Right? You know what to do. Got this one. Mario! Stop it. Child. Stop it. Okay, see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Wait, how did you hear the time? You say heard, not saw. Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't actually think anyone else was going to watch. It's a little strange. So you're saying you heard something, but if the body was... voice is probably a good comment, probably coming from the television. How do you know it was from the television, though? Are you sure it's been on the radio? Well, I guess it might have been radio. Incidentally, there was no radio at the premise. There was only one large television. Right? I can't put my finger on it, but something seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. Boys. Oh, it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. No shit. I guess the victim must have been watching a taped video program. But how, though? A video. Yes, that would explain the time was wrong. True, true. Right? I think the person else agreed sometimes see. But wait a minute. But wait a minute. There was a power outage. So, like, no, there's a power outage. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said the blackout at the time of the discovery. The record proves this. You couldn't have heard the television or a video. Gah! Well, the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Swat? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Oh, wait, I remember now. Mr. Swat, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the beginning. The constant contradictions are harming your credibility. You seem rather distraught. My apologies. Mario! Damn, boy. Must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sweat. Let's hear your testimony. One more, please. Mario, get out of the way, boy. Mario, you like knocked out my headphones. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Sure, bitch. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, their murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Wait, how is it a clock? Now, I guess I'll explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Alright. So let's check what's wrong. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear it. I think I saw it. There was a table clock. It wasn't there? A table clock. Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon. Wait. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what it said. The details of the investigation. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Mario! You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Swat. Hey, I saw it in there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. Or a cock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. If it doesn't look like a clock, I've misread the statue's apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. His clock. Do you have any problems with testimony now? No. I guess not. There was a clock on the scene, so no problem. Right, are you out of your mind? That clock doesn't look like a clock at all. The witness couldn't possibly notice the clock just by seeing it. He never entered the apartment. Wasn't his testimony? Hey, you're right. Something doesn't matter, depends on everything. Yes, I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment! You're lying! You were inside the apartment out of the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you weren't that one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Oh shit, boys. Big shit getting real! Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, sir. Mr. Swat, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burnt into your mind. That's why you were certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Yeah. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? I never. Look, the clock. I saw. Yeah. Yeah. Shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It wasn't. I'll tell you. I saw him. He killed her. Hey, he should have burned. Burn! Give him death! Whoa, okay. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Your Honor, the sound of Mr. Swat heard was definitely his clock, which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries. Try sounding the clock. Does it have batteries inside, though? That's the thing. Have you checked the batteries? The batteries are in the right way. The clock should be working fine. What exactly do you mean? The clock was working fine. Yes, and... I'm sorry if I'm confused. Mr. Wright, expect more from a lawyer! Yes, Your Honor. As if I was saying... It was... Ask the neighbors! Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court, Your Honor. May I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. The reason? Because she was in Paris at the time, so that's why. That's the discrepancy between Mr. Swat heard the actual time of death. So, Mr. Swat, try to talk your way out of this one. You forget one thing. What is he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? Can't prove that. You don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems like the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indicate the witness, unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Swat. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime! I almost had it. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. I was a lawyer. Not so fast, Mr. Swat! Oh, boy. Sheaf, listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this, But, Sheaf, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason you'll have your proof. Right? Okay, think of the reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow. Yes, actually. Wait, maybe I can prove that. Maybe some evidence to prove it. Finally, let have it. And Mr. Wright saying the clock was already running slow on the day of murder. Have the defense correct claim. Of course. There was a piece of evidence that court record that proved the claim, no doubt. Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off. See the evidence that proves the clock was running slow. Passport. You know why the passport? Because remember, Paris has like a Europe has a 3-hour difference. Sometimes it depends, but in this case, it's 3-hour difference. So like, trust me, I know this because I've been to Europe before. So like, there's a different hours, like depending on like which country you're in. So it's the passport. The victim had returned from home abroad before the murder. As well, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it is 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hasn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead department was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Swat? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Whoa! He fucking fought! Damn! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than what we expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He has recently been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts. Not guilty! We did it though. Oh, hell yeah! Oh. Yeah, baby. And with that, the court is adjourned. Baby, yeah, we did it. Haha. It turns out that Frank Swell was a common burglar. He possessed a newspaper salesman to check see when people were out of the houses that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sweat let himself do this dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sweat grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3, 2:32 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right? Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've been trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen Chief look so this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But Whitney's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Oh, nah, never mind. She was a bitch. Okay, Larry, she was a bitch. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent. Thanks. I really... Oh. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate dinner. Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this as a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you excuse me? I think she fought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, okay? Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show you off to your friend? Something that proves just how she feels about you, huh? Oh yeah, right. The thinker? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive she was jumped. Huh? What's the clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry, and she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it the way you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things can change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Part of, at least. Yeah. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's so good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Well, that's it. So that is the first case. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and start the next episode. And next time. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe, and whatever. And next time, we're going to go ahead and start the next case. Turnabout Sisters. This one's actually a long case. So this one's going to be split into different episodes. So it's going to be a bit split. So, yeah. See you guys then. Bye.